Pete tonight. I've got $1 million. I want to give it away tonight. What do you reckon, gang? Yeah? All right, let's go. We're all set to change somebody's life tonight. 6 wonderful contestants, a ripping audience, got all the questions ready to go and the big hot seat ready to fire up. So let's meet our contestants tonight. And sitting in seat number 1, my old mate Peter Sully Sullivan, one half of the two-man band that wrote the magnificent hit Up There Gazelle. WA's Valley Archie has 2 sons playing AFL football, one for Port, one for Gold Coast. Chantal LeBrock tells people she saved Marsha Hines' life by not crashing into her. Wendy Banks still brags that she gave Holly Masuri's winning haircut at the 87 Aussie Open. Ryan Smedley can name every Best Musical Tony Award winner since 1949. And while living in New Zealand, Will Adams was a hand model for the Budweiser commercial. There you go. There's a claim for fame. All right, well, I better declare an interest here because this bloke has been working alongside me for the best part of 30 years and has been a superstar of the Australian television industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Sully Sullivan, come on. How are you, mate?
Very well, thanks, Ed.
Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
From Mentone, Victoria. It says here you're 66. That can't be right.
Yeah, no, I am.
I would have thought you're 90 by now. No. Ellie's your beautiful daughter. Hi, Ellie. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good to see you. Peter, tell me about you and Mike Brady sitting down and writing Up There Gazelle. We all know Up There Gazelle?
Well,
Will you work to earn a living?
great song. I should take... Mike wrote it.
Yeah.
And then he wrote it the night before, and then he came into the studio the next morning, played it to me, and then we had a bit of a play with it. He went out for a while and came back, and it was all done. Then we just did our vocals.
Did the vocals. Now, this is a story that I heard years and years ago, that when it came to recording the Up There Gazelle, you didn't have any natural sound of an Australian rules crowd going nuts, and you had to use a soccer crowd.
That's true, off the sound effects CD. They weren't CDs then, but whatever they were.
Whatever, tapes and things.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry for these days?
I started as a pro musician about 1964, I reckon.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, 51 years, right?
Yeah.
Good effort. Peter, the last time I saw you, you were performing at Ron Barassi's 80th birthday party.
That's right.
You're still out there playing and on the stage all the time. Tell me about some of the things you're doing at the moment.
Playing sometimes 4 hours a day. It's fantastic. My fingers are getting faster with my old age. It's do a lot of aged care and seniors, but a lot of gigs still with bands and trying to develop my show to put on the Liberace show.
Yeah.
So playing all the time, it's fantastic.
Good on you, Peter. Hey, give him a big round of applause. One of the great musicians in Australia, Peter Sullivan. All right, Pete. Ellie's up there, one of the 5 kids, Danny, Ben, Kate, Tom and Ellie, 7 grandchildren. You ready to play Hot Seat?
Definitely, yeah.
Let's go. Come on. $100. Norse is the term for an ancient form of which language? A, Greek, B, Japanese, C, Norwegian, D, Italian.
Yes, I think I know this, Ed. I'm going to lock in C.
Lock it in. Correct for $100. 200. Which of these is not a famous director of horror films? A, George A. Romero, B, Wes Craven, C, John Carpenter, D, Alfredo de Dark. Alfredo de Dark. Which of these is not a famous director of horror films?
Okay. I think I'll lock in D, Eddie.
Alfredo the Dark, correct, for $200. Romero was Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. Craven was A Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream. And Carpenter was Halloween and The Thing, $300. Which of these types of pasta is made in the form of long, thin strands? A, macaroni, B, penne, C, linguine, D, rigatoni.
Yeah, no, not quite sure, Ed. I think I'm going to pass.
Going to bail, are you, Pete? Catch you later. See you, mate. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Valerie Archie from Armidale in Western Australia is 45 years of age, a midwife at the Armidale Hospital, but famous for numerous things. You designed the Port Adelaide Indigenous jumper one year. What year was that?
2014.
14. What was the? Tell me about the design. How'd you come up with it?
Well, basically, I just did 5 circles that represented the Indigenous boys that were on the list,
Yeah.
and I just also added the connection to the Port Adelaide and their connection to their country and families back home.
Good on you, Valerie. Brendan is your husband. G'day, Brendan.
How you going, Ed?
Good to see you, buddy. Tell me, your son Brendan is playing at Port Adelaide, of
that's
course,
right.
and Kellen was the number 8 pick in the first round of the AFL draft back in 2015 and doing great things for the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It must be hard having 2 boys, well, it must be great having 2 boys playing AFL football, but hard having them in 2
It
different
is.
states.
It's really exciting for them. Sad for me.
Yeah.
It's hard letting them go when they're 18. But yeah, get to see them as often as we can.
Good on you. And you went back and studied midwifery, did you?
Yes, I did at 41.
Yeah. How's that been for you?
It's been great. I'm now a graduate midwife, so I'm loving it. Learning and every day, and something exciting happening every day.
Good on you. Valerie, which of these types of pasta is made in the form of long, thin strands? Macaroni, penne, linguine, rigatoni.
Okay, so I don't think it's A or B. I'm going to lock in C, Eddie.
Linguine is locked in. Linguine is correct for $300. 500. In January 2016, the basic postage rate for the Australian stamps increased to how much? A, 70 cents, B, 80 cents, C, 90 cents, D, $1. Basic postage rate for Australian stamps.
I can honestly tell you I haven't sent anything in a very long time,
The old snail mail.
so I'm not sure, so I might pass, Eddie.
Catch you later, Valerie.
Thank you.
See you later. Hello, Chantal.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Chantal LeBrock from the Sutherland Shire.
Yes.
A Shire girl, huh?
I am, yeah.
23 years of age, a student at Masters of Primary School teaching at the University of Wollongong. Charlotte is your sister. Hi, Charlotte.
Oh, hi, Eddie.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's the way. Good luck tonight. I hope everything goes well.
Oh, thank you.
That's the way. Hey, Chantal, tell me how you saved Marsha Hines' life by not killing her.
Well, we decided to, me and my sister, hire one of those tandem bikes. We weren't very good at riding it at the time. I let my sister be the navigator. We got up a big hill, hurtled out of control. Marsha Hines has got her earphones in, oblivious, exercising. People are screaming. We're racing down the hill. We took the decision to career into the pond to save her life.
So you went into the pond rather than into Marsha?
We did, yes.
Good decision, I reckon, Chantal. Hey, tell me about your budgie. What's it called?
It's called, well, it was called Eddie.
What do you mean it was called?
Unfortunately, he died, but he was named after
Oh, good. Yeah?
you. Yeah, he was named after you. He was a big fan, loved your show, yes. Yeah, he was great.
How'd he die?
Well, he had a stroke, but... yes.
All right, well, if I start twitching, you know what to do this time, Chantal. Here we go. In January 2016, the basic postage rate for Australian stamps increased to how much? 70, 80, 90, $1.
Okay, I really have no idea.
10
I
seconds.
don't know, $1 sounds like a lot. Maybe A, 70 cents.
6 seconds. What do you want to do?
B, a D, $1.
Jeez, we did a lap there. If only Australia Post could deliver that quickly. $1 is correct for 500. Well done, Chantal. We are 11 questions away from $1 million. We'll do it right after this in the hot seat. Welcome back to the hot seat. Chantal LeBrock. That's a wonderful name, Chantal LeBrock.
Yes.
Where's that come from?
It's a French name.
Have you traced back to whereabouts in France? Or?
No, my family really aren't very French, no.
Ah,
No.
other than the name.
Yes.
That's the way. Speaking of your family, your sister's up the back, Charlotte.
Yes.
Now, tell me, you've grown up with your sister who's got autism, but
Yeah.
it says here you've really realised how important disability services are and just what a great job your mum has done bringing up both girls.
Yes, my mum does an amazing job. So, yeah, if I win, I'm going to get her something nice.
Good stuff. And Charlotte's up the back there. Good luck, Charlotte.
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
All right, let's see how we go. For $1,000. By definition, a cobbler is a person who specialises in repairing which of these? A. Windows. B. Stonework. C. Shoes. D. Laneways. Cobbler.
I think I might know the answer to this one, but I might take a tactical pass.
Yeah. I don't believe you, but that's okay. Guys, Chantal, let's catch you later. Bye. Hello, Wendy Banks.
That's me.
How are you?
Thank you. A little nervous, but
Excellent. 55 years of age, a hairdresser. You've had your own business for how long?
28 years.
28 years
Yeah.
running a small business.
Correct.
That deserves a round of applause. Well done, Wendy. Daughter Indiana, who's 23. Jackson's 25-year stepson. You've been with Andrew for 2 years. Bev's your sister. G'day, Bev.
Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Do you still go around and get a bit of a colour and a cut from
I
your
sure
sister?
do.
Yeah? What's the name of the hairdresser?
Heaven Hairdressing
Heaven Hairdressing.
is the name of the salon, is it?
Yeah,
sorry,
sure.
Yeah,
Give yourself
that's
a plug.
my salon.
Whereabouts is
in
it?
Ivanhoe, Melbourne.
Good on
Yeah.
you, Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy, let's go. By definition, a cobbler is a person who specialises in repairing which of these? Windows, stonework, shoes, laneways.
Well, actually, no, this one, which is C, shoes.
Lock in shoes, correct for $1,000. And you cut Wally Massour's hair.
Yeah, well, look, I used to have a salon in South Yarra, and every season the sort of B players, or not that Wally was a B player, but you know, I'm sorry, Wally. But
Hello, Wally.
No, that was the day before when he was building up to his
Yes,
popularity.
okay,
They
yeah,
stayed
okay,
in
Wally.
South Yarra, so they all used to come in for their pre-game haircuts, and he was a regular every season, and he came the day before I cut his hair. He came back the next day. He said, "Winning haircut." So he actually said that to me. So it was
fantastic.
yeah.
And are
so-
good people, the tennis players coming in for the Australian
Oh,
Open?
they were all great. You know, the Swedish players, a lot of the European players.
You
It was
didn't
really
arrange Andre
exciting.
Agassi's wig, did you?
No, I didn't touch his mullet either.
No. Well, you know that mullet was a wig.
No, I
Yes.
actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he actually played the French Open one day. He lost the French Open final because his wig was slipping under the headband.
No, actually-
True story.
Wow.
I am absolutely.
I'll have to go back and sort of try on YouTube
read,
and have a look.
Well, have a look at his have a look at the YouTube. But read his autobiography. It's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful book. But he goes into detail about that period in his time where he was trying to, keep the hairpiece on play, and then he'd turn up one day, he'd had his hair shaved, and away he went again.
From one extreme to the other.
Very much
Yeah.
so. Wendy, let's go for
Yep.
1,500. An event held at the Olympic Games from 1984 to 1992 was solo what? A. Water polo. B. Field hockey. C. Synchronised swimming. D. Basketball.
An event held at the Olympic Games. I have an idea. It's C. Synchronised swimming.
Lock it in?
Yep.
It's correct for $1,500. Since Barcelona, synchronised swimming has been a team event. We are 9 questions away from $1 million right after this in the hot seat. Welcome back. 9 questions to go. $1 million in play. 6 contestants. We've got the full hand at the moment. And Wendy Banks is in the hot seat for $2,500.
Yep.
Here we go, Wendy. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Released in 2015, the El Capitan version of Apple OS X is named after a well-known US what? A. Waterfall. B. Rock formation. C. Bridge. D. President.
Wow.
El Capitan.
I haven't heard of El Capitan to do with Apple. I think I'm going to have a shot at this and
10.
lock in D,
President.
President.
Lock it in. No, El Capitan is a rock formation. Yeah, located in Yosemite National Park, a 900-metre Californian monolith renowned for its rock climbing and base jumping. So there you go. The previous version was called Yosemite.
Oh,
so there you go.
okay.
Someone
Yep.
likes the park.
I thought I'd have a shot.
There
So,
it is. Why
yep.
not, Wendy? Thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you,
Well
Eddie.
played.
Thank you.
Ryan Smedley.
How are we?
We are well.
Nice to meet
21 years of age, a
Yep.
graduate BA in musical theatre.
That's right.
And a waiter at the Pancake Parlour.
That's
Are
right.
you the singing waiter?
Oh, I wish I was. It'll be fun. Oh, I sing sometimes when I'm taking the plates away.
Good on you,
Just
from
quiet.
Maribyrnong, Victoria. Partners, David. G'day, David.
Hey, Ed.
How are you, pal?
Good,
Hey,
mate.
tell me about this. You went to New York City, the home of Broadway shows, obviously.
Absolutely.
That's where Broadway is.
Absolutely.
You ran into an old school teacher over there.
It was so strange. It was like before I went there, I told everyone I was going there. I was going by myself. And they were like, oh, you're really brave for travelling to New York by yourself. And I was like, what are you talking about? Have fun. And I got there and, I mean, it was amazing, but it was just so overwhelming. It was such a culture shock. And so, like, the third day that I was there, I was, like, getting off the ferry to go on to Staten Island. No, not Staten Island. But Liberty Island, that's
Liberty
it.
Island, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And he was on the queue to get back on the ferry, and I just like jumped back in shock, really.
And it settled your nerves and you're able to go and enjoy the place, didn't you?
Yeah, and I said a few expletives that the people around me weren't too happy with. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're very shocked there,
Yeah,
Ryan.
I was
We'll just
incredibly
keep it
shocked.
clean on his show.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I
right?
know.
Hey, tell me about this. You love the musical theatre.
Yeah.
You can recite the Tony Award-winning musicals from 1949 to present day.
That's right.
All right.
Do you want me to start from the start, or do you want to give me a year?
Oh, well, what about this year's Tony Award?
This year's hasn't been given out.
Well,
there are a
you
lot
know,
of predictions.
The current Tony Award.
The current Tony Award winner is Fun Home. That's still playing on Broadway.
Okay.
And that's based on a graphic novel by a lesbian cartoonist who it's a musical about her growing up and her childhood and a relationship with her dad. It's,
1970.
Applause.
80.
Evita.
90.
City of Angels.
64.
64 is Hello, Dolly. You can't catch me out.
There you go, mate.
I practiced. Give me the money now.
Hey, Ryan, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
What's the favourite musical of all time for you?
Don't get me started.
Only one?
Merrily We Roll Along. It premiered in 1981 by Stephen Sondheim, ran for 16 performances, opened on the 16th of November, ran to the 28th of November.
Have you seen Hamilton?
No, I haven't seen Hamilton.
Well, you've got to see Hamilton. That
Well,
is
if I win the money, then I will.
one of the greatest musicals of all time,
Yeah.
the hottest musical in the world
That's
at the
it.
moment. $250,000. Are you ready, Ryan?
Thank you. I mean, yes.
Here we go. Particularly in hip-hop, what is the common term for the technique of moving vinyl records back and forth by hand? A, scratching. B, rubbing. C, itching. D, grooving.
Okay, well, I saw A, and I immediately thought it was scratching, but then I saw D, and I thought grooving. I don't think it's itching. No, itching doesn't sound right. And rubbing, no. Grooving. Because, I mean, the vinyl records have grooves. There are 8 questions left.
10 seconds.
I could get back, but I don't think I will, so I may as well just go all in. Okay, let's lock in A, scratching.
Locked in. Correct for $2,500. Ryan, for $4,000. Which UK city is the capital of Wales? A, Swansea. B, Newport. C, Cardiff. D, Aberdeen.
Oh, I've got no idea, Eddie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 people would play.
Try and find the answer first. 20 seconds.
Okay. Look, I've heard of them all. Not so much Newport, Aberdeen. I've heard that like on a Monty Python sketch or something. Swansea,
10.
Cardiff. Yeah. I'll just have a stab in the dark. Let's lock in C or D. C or D. Lock in C, Cardiff.
With 1 second on the clock. Man, can you make a production out of giving an answer?
Yeah.
Aberdeen's in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Cardiff is correct for $4,000. Cardiff has been the capital of Wales since 1955. Swansea and Newport are major cities in Wales.
Okay.
And as I said, Aberdeen up in Scotland, $6,000. What type of animal is a godwit? A, bird. B, lizard. C, fish. D, feline.
Yeah, not something I've ever heard of. Doesn't really sound like an animal. It sounds like something else. Bird was an... Okay, I don't think it's a feline. Godwit. Sounds like a bird. Lizard, fish. No,
10
not
seconds.
fish. Yep. Could Be lizard or bird.
5.
Lock in A, bird.
Bird is locked in. Give you the answer right after that. Ryan Smedley's right all over his musical theatre. What was the best show that you enjoyed watching when you sat through 20 Broadway shows?
Yeah, it was 20 or 21. The only show I saw twice was called On the 20th Century, and that had Kristen Chenoweth in it. She's a big name. She was in Wicked as well. And yeah, it was like set on a train, farcical 70s revival slapstick comedy. It was so much fun. I got to see the first preview actually, so
Good on you,
really
mate.
super.
Ryan, what type of animal is a godwit? You locked in bird. It's correct for $6,000. Godwits are migratory birds that have been known to fly from Alaska to New Zealand. Okay, $10,000. We've got 5 questions, 5 contestants. Everyone's in the money. Good luck for 10 grand. In 2016, which film won the Golden Globe Award for Best Musical or Comedy? You want to get this one right? A, Spy. B, The Martian. C, Trainwreck. D, Pitch Perfect 2.
Well, of course, Pitch Perfect 2, I'm pretty sure it's the only one there that's a musical. And I don't think it was that.
Which film won the Golden Globe Award for Best Musical or Comedy?
My gut's saying The Martian. I tend to, like, you know, your Wikipedia search, you come up certain things. Martian sounds like the one, but it could have been Trainwreck.
10.
Yeah. It's the best one
5.
best option I have, so lock in B, The Martian.
The Martian is locked in. The Martian is correct for 10,000. It garnered a little bit of attention winning The Martian, directed by Ridley Scott, because it's neither a comedy nor a musical, unlike the other nominees in the category.
Yeah.
So it's like they just wedged it in there and said, oh, we'll give you that one.
I didn't see it, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
There's no comedy, no musical. Good
go.
movie. It shouldn't have been in the category.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. 4 questions to go for $250,000. Lucy Turnbull, the wife of Malcolm Turnbull, is the former Lord Mayor of which city? A, Brisbane. B, Sydney. C, Perth. D, Melbourne.
Malcolm Turnbull is the member for Wentworth, and I think that's in Sydney. But I don't know anything about Lucy Turnbull. Lord Mayor. And I remember seeing recently, 30 seconds, I remember seeing recently there was something about the first female Lord Mayor of something, so, but I don't remember which city that was. Okay, Melbourne, Brisbane. There's nothing really for me to help eliminate it there, except for the fact I know Malcolm Turnbull was a member in Sydney. So it depends if they were originally in Sydney. Well, it's the only lead I have, so I will lock in B, Sydney.
Lock in B, Sydney. There is nothing more Sydney than Lucy and Malcolm Turnbull.
Yeah.
Correct for $20,000. A very successful lawyer and businesswoman in her own right, Lucy Turnbull, elected to the City Council in '99, served as Lord Mayor of Sydney from 2003 to 2004. Let's go for $50,000.
Okay.
Which of these places is described in Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem Kubla Khan? A, Xanadu. B, El Dorado. C, Nirvana. D, Arcadia.
Never heard, Kubla Khan, it sounds familiar, but it's certainly nothing I've ever read. El Dorado, I don't associate El Dorado with that sort of thing. The one that jumps out to me is Xanadu. Nirvana and Arcadia. There's something about the name Xanadu. It sounds of the same sort of style as Kubla Khan. That's why I'm thinking it. El Dorado, Spanish. I think it's Spanish, so yeah, not El Dorado. Nirvana doesn't sound like Kubla Khan. Nirvana, no.
10.
Yep. Arcadia. Okay, I'll lock in A, Xanadu.
Lock in A, Xanadu. Brian, Xanadu. Do you know the musical?
I don't actually know it well, but I know of it.
Do you know
yeah.
the song?
No, I don't.
Olivia Newton-John's song Xanadu.
I'm not familiar with the song, no.
Really?
No, I'm actually not.
I am shocked.
Sorry.
Xanadu is correct for $50,000.
I here? Am I here, Eddie?
You
Am I
are
dreaming?
here.
What's going on?
No, it
confused.
is your reality at the moment, Ryan.
There you go.
The poem begins in Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree. There you go.
There you go.
Ryan, let's get on with the show, buddy. This is for a shot at the big time. You ready?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It's like a chorus line here, isn't it?
Something like that.
Here we go.
Okay.
Which of these has the largest water capacity in the Snowy Mountains scheme? A. Guthiga Reservoir. B. Lake Yucumbene. C. Tumut Pond Reservoir. D. Lake Jindabyne.
There I was hoping I'd get an easy one for the crack at the 1,000 or crack at 250,000. Yeah, I've got no clue and I don't know what lead to follow here. Snowy Mountain scheme, I've heard of it. I think I've heard people in the government talk about it. And I haven't heard of any of these names. Yucumbene, Jindabyne. Would it be a lake or a reservoir? Okay, there's a thought. Which would hold more, a lake or a reservoir? I don't know. Okay, 11 seconds. Crap. Okay, don't say
10.
that word.
7.
Could be anything. Wouldn't be a pond
5.
reservoir. Okay, lock in a Guthiga reservoir.
Locked in with a second on the clock.
Yeah.
Guthiga. Well, what would you have gone for?
Oh, tricky one. Lake Jindabyne, I think, D.
Jindabyne. Sully?
B or D? B, I think, Ed.
D.
Go B.
B. The B's have got it as Lake Yucumbene. Yeah. By far the largest, holds 9 times the capacity of Sydney Harbour, covers 14,500 hectares. Hey, Ryan, you played so well, buddy.
Yeah.
And good luck with all the musical
No,
theatre.
well,
I
thank
hope you
you
do
very
really
much.
well. You've been a fantastic contestant
It was
tonight.
good fun.
Good on you, buddy.
All right.
Just missed. Thank you. Big Will. Hello.
Terrific.
How are you, pal?
Who'd have thought, eh?
Now, that voice, you're Welsh, are you?
Sure am.
You must have loved seeing the question about Wales coming up. It's a pity it wasn't for $100,000, buddy.
Exactly.
Hey, just
Perfect.
by sitting down, though, you've won $1,000 tonight. How about that? These days living in Manly in New South Wales, a senior radiographer.
Sure am.
Tisha is your wife. Hi, Tisha.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show. Tell me about being a hand model, though. I mean, you've done a few things in your life.
Yeah, we're just on a set for a Budweiser commercial in New Zealand, just a couple of models doing a commercial. And one of them said, who's got the best hands here? So everybody put their hands out and mine came up trumps.
Show me what a good hand... What is a good hand... How does a good hand... Well, you've got four
big and
fingers and a
long,
thumb, that starts, yeah. Nice nails.
Yeah.
Will, we are going to take a news break. When we come back, we're playing for $100,000 cash. Will's in the hot seat, ready to play for $100,000. Been married for 5 years to Tisha, who's here. A little daughter who's 5 years of age, named...
Seren.
Seren?
Seren is English for star. Or Welsh for star, I mean.
Welsh for star. That's it. Don't get your English and your Welsh mixed up there, Will. Good luck, Will. The federal government authority, ACARA, is the Australian What Assessment and Reporting Authority. A. Consumer. B. Curriculum. C. Commerce. D. Collection.
Tricky one.
ACARA. Australian What Assessment and Reporting Authority.
Nothing's jumping out at me, Ed.
You're knocking anything out? Assessment and Reporting Authority.
Curriculum. Collection assessment.
Assessment and Reporting Authority.
Right.
10.
It's going to be hot like this, isn't it? Stopping a dash.
6.
Lock in C, Eddie.
C. Commerce. The Australian Commerce Assessment and Reporting Authority. Well, it's the Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting. Yeah, coordinating the Australian National Agreement for all schools, national data collection on education, the assessment programs such as NAPLAN. Now, Seren is 5, so she's about to head into this. So for the next probably 10 to 12 years of your life, you're going to see this every other week when you're doing NAPLAN tests and all the rest of it. You're going to throw it against the wall when you do. Hey, Will, don't worry about that. One question, $1,000. Congratulations,
Thanks,
mate. Well played.
Cheers,
Will Adams has won $1,000. See you next time on Millionaire Hotseat. Good night, everyone. Tonight, I've got $1 million. I want to give it away tonight. What do you reckon, gang? Yeah? All right, let's go. We're all set to change somebody's life tonight. 6 wonderful contestants, a ripping audience, got all the questions ready to go, and the big hot seat ready to fire up. So let's meet our contestants tonight. And sitting in seat number 1, my old mate Peter Sully Sullivan, one half of the two-man band that wrote the magnificent hit Up There Gazaley. WA's Valley Archie has 2 sons playing AFL football, one for Port, one for Gold Coast. Chantal LeBrock tells people she saved Marsha Hines' life by not crashing into her. Wendy Banks still brags that she gave Holly Masuri's winning haircut at the 87 Aussie Open. Ryan Smedley can name every Best Musical Tony Award winner since 1949. And while living in New Zealand, Will Adams was a hand model for the Budweiser commercial. There you go. There's a claim for fame. All right, well, I better declare an interest here because this bloke has been working alongside me for the best part of 30 years and has been a superstar of the Australian television industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Sully Sullivan, come on. How are you, mate?
Very well, thanks, Ed.
Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
From Mentone, Victoria. It says here you're 66. That can't be right.
Yeah, no, I am.
I would have thought you're 90 by now. No. Ellie's your beautiful daughter. Hi, Ellie. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good to see you. Peter, tell me about you and Mike Brady sitting down and writing Up There Gazaley. We all know Up There Gazaley? Will you work to earn a living?
Great song. I should take... Mike wrote it.
Yeah.
And then he wrote it the night before, and then he came into the studio the next morning, played it to me, and then we had a bit of a play with it. He went out for a while and came back, and it was all done. Then we just did our vocals.
Did the vocals. Now, this is a story that I heard years and years ago, that when it came to recording the Up There Gazaley, you didn't have any natural sound of an Australian rules crowd going nuts, and you had to use a soccer crowd.
That's true, of the sound effects CD. They weren't CDs then, but whatever they were.
Whatever, tapes and things.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry for these days?
I started as a pro musician about 1964, I reckon.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, 51 years, right?
Yeah.
Good effort. Peter, the last time I saw you, you were performing at Ron Barassi's 80th birthday party.
That's right.
You're still out there playing and on the stage all the time. Tell me about some of the things you're doing at the moment.
Playing sometimes 4 hours a day. It's fantastic. My fingers are getting faster with my old age. It's do a lot of aged care and seniors, but a lot of gigs still with bands and trying to develop my show to put on the Liberace show.
Yeah.
So playing all the time, it's fantastic.